Hi, everyone. I'm John.
I'm Joe.
We're the John and Joe Sports Show. And tonight is one of the most interesting experiences I've had here at WSR and at Royal Television Network. You know why?
Why?
Because we're in the TV studio, but we're not on TV.
Oh my God.
But we are, kind of.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Or
But we
being
can't
taped.
see anything because the cameras are all blank.
Well, I'm sure all of our friends are waiting at their respective dorms or homes, and they're gonna tape this, and we're all gonna watch it together.
Good.
So it'll be like tape delay.
Tape delay.
Like
all right, well, that's
they used to do.
yeah, that's doable.
Yeah.
Well then, we'll just go with it.
I guess
My
we'll just go.
computer doesn't really have the internet,
That's unfortunate.
and this is gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Anyway, quite a show planned today. Quite a lot happened last week.
What
In sports.
What happened?
Well, there was a big game.
In Arlington?
No, there was a big game in the NCAA, Joe.
Oh, I'm
and
sorry.
and basketball had a big game. Remember?
Right.
Every sport has big games. There's not just one big one. Why single them out?
Oh.
What kind of political correctness is that to single out a sport that they have the biggest game?
Trying to, ruin me on air?
No,
Is this
we're
what
not
you're
on
doing?
air. This is a lie. No, there was a big game in Arlington, Texas, on the date of the game between the two teams.
The names of the cities.
And the names of the cities.
Green Bay and Pittsburgh.
With no H.
With no H.
That's how we say it on the radio. That's how we're going to say it today. This evening. What's
I guess it's evening.
Evening.
6 is evening, yeah.
So yeah, the Super Bowl. Let's come out and tell everyone the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl was played on Sunday. And at times it might be a national holiday eventually. Might as well be. It was the highest watched Super Bowl ever.
Yeah. Yep.
Granted, when the first couple were on, not many people had televisions.
That's true.
And previous years, it's just been crappy teams.
Yeah, yep. But this year, it was 2 storied franchises.
2 of them.
2. Yes. One with the most Super Bowl wins.
6.
And one with the most NFL championships.
True story. One with a coach that used to smoke cigars.
Yes.
And one with a coach, I don't know, Bill Cowher. He was angry.
He was angry.
A lot.
He made the face.
He had like those neck veins. And that face
I
too.
think I definitely just messed up. I hope he's not listening right now. At least he can't see us.
No, it's true.
Because, yeah.
You know, I would even give people the number to text us, but I can't get on the internet, so it's not even worth giving them. They're going to be texting us questions. Nick Folk's mother is going to be texting us, and we can't get it. But that's neither here nor there. So anyway, the Super Bowl, there's a ton that's a show there. This is like a Seinfeld episode.
Yeah.
The Super Bowl is a show.
That's like one show. Yeah.
Because there was the great halftime performance.
I love the Black Eyed Peas.
I do too.
Yeah.
And their performance blew me out of the air.
Spectacular.
And I haven't been that impressed in a while.
No.
Since I don't know, the Rolling Stones.
Yeah. Something like that.
And Prince, remember him?
Yes.
Sad part is there hasn't been a good Super Bowl act, I don't think, since Janet Jackson showed everyone her nipple.
Probably.
Well, she didn't show everyone. Justin Timberlake showed everyone.
That's
He was like,
true.
I'll get you,
That's
Janet.
True.
Yeah, it's been bad. But there was that. There was the beginning, that like 8-minute montage of like the armed forces and random people in government, people from certain players and coaches that just like showed up. Like what resume do they have to be in this commercial? Then there was the Star Spangled Banner. Before that, one of those other random America songs that we have, sung by that Glee girl.
Oh, beautiful. Whatever that song is.
For spacious skies.
Yeah. That
Some
know the words.
Some
for
Americans
reason.
we are. That's nice.
I
I know
yeah.
all the words. I just can't think of the title, which is unfortunate. I'm sure someone
Very
will text us it to one of our phones now. Maybe not. But
Give it a second.
yeah. Anyway, and then there was the game. So I guess we should start on the game. Who won the game? The big game in Arlington, Texas. On the date of the game.
Let's see. I only know the nickname. That's a lie. That's a lie. But our listeners wouldn't really know why.
You know, for the
I wouldn't
listeners,
know.
today Joe is dressed in full Packer attire. You can't see it, but it's there.
It's there.
It's like, believing in a God. Today, Joe is that God. A Packer God, if you will, but a God nonetheless.
Sporting an Aaron Rodgers
He has
jersey.
a cheese head.
A
Now,
cheese head.
now let me just paint the picture for you, because as I thought when you said, I have a cheese head, I assumed you had one of those,
It's
cheese
not
heads.
a legit
But it's like
cheese head.
it's free cheese head day. Here's a cheese head.
Yeah.
But it's still a cheese head,
Still
nonetheless.
a cheese head.
But he's ready, and I dressed up nice. You can't see us. Next week, we're not going to wear anything. Ha-ha! We're going to go all Adam and Eve on y'all. See how you like that. Anyway.
I don't think that would be good.
No, I don't either.
You want your cake now?
Yes, I'd love cake.
In celebration of the Packers Super Bowl victory, the executive producer of Royal Television Network got celebratory cupcakes.
Because Joe's a Packer.
Because Joe is a Packers fan.
I am a Packers fan. And I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you.
Everyone at home can see that these
man.
are legitimate cupcakes.
They are.
And you could hear them.
Do you want this?
No, I don't want that. I don't think anyone wants
I
that.
don't think so either. You don't want to think of a losing team, so.
No. But,
Should I
anyway.
try to hit a camera with one of these? Yep. That worked out.
Stat Boy on Around the Horn does a much better job.
I know. I'm sorry. He throws the paper. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't think that you were going to actually go and pick it up. I'm sorry. I would have got it after the show.
It's okay.
Oh, I feel
You're a
bad.
champion. I don't want to.
Thank you.
So, what was it? 31-25?
31-25.
Packers
Green
win.
Bay.
Packers win. Now, I am usually the voice of the show, on droning on about garbage and telling everyone what happened. But today, Joe, it's going to be you.
Today's my day.
You know everything that happened. And it's funny because I actually watched the game for once. So I was prepared. Because usually we come into the show and I work all weekend, and he's like, I caught all the games after 4. I'm like, I didn't catch any. So you're just going to have to go. But now
We could both.
we're switching off. I'm going to color commentate and look at camera 3
That's beautiful.
like you do when I'm done talking.
Yes.
But
yeah.
no one, again, can see that. Maybe this is the text about the song we were looking for.
The song. What do we got?
There's music playing over you. No, that's not it. That's not it.
Oh man, that's unfortunate. Maybe we have to talk louder.
No, we'll just turn the automation off so it's not awkward.
Yeah. Wouldn't you think that that would be the move?
Clearly not.
All right.
But
Jeez,
that was probably enough time. Go.
I'm
Yeah,
sure.
that's fine. Go
Yeah.
for it.
Should I go? Oh gosh, where do I start? The coin toss.
Deion Sanders.
Deion
Or
Sanders.
the quarterback for the Cowboys back in the day, bringing up
Roger Staubach.
the trophy, everybody touching it at the end of the game.
Okay. Well, here's the first thing about the game that I want to pick up. We'll start with the coin toss. Can't they just get a quarter? Can't they have to be like this side that has the inscription of the Super Bowl trophy is tails? Can't they just get a quarter, which clearly one side is head and one side is tails?
I know. I think the Heads was like the 2 helmets of each team's hand inscribed by a Japanese rice maker.
I don't get that. Like, it's not that big. It's for like a second. Who's always like, oh my God, I can't wait for
Yeah, well,
to see the coin.
you have to think people probably sell. Well, they don't people. The NFL probably sells that coin for God knows how
This is
much
true.
money.
This is true.
That's probably why. Like, you wouldn't just want a quarter. Here's
yeah.
the quarter. Like, how are you going to know that's the exact quarter they threw? Some guy probably jacket in one of the offices. I'm not giving them the actual quarter. Here's.
You're right. You're right.
But I agree with you. They're elaborate. Just put like an H and a T on the coin. Heads or tails.
Yeah, that's a little ridiculous. The Packers won the coin toss, by the way, and they deferred to the
They
second half.
did not call they did not call tails though. That was done by the Steelers.
Yes, correct. You know how they figure that out? Like, who's like the...
They were the away team. I don't know how
yeah,
they figured
like,
that
I don't
out
know how
though.
they figure that out.
There must be maybe they flip a coin for. I don't know.
Yeah, they might flip a coin. Does it have to do with odds?
Maybe.
Like, I don't know.
If you're
Because
not favored
Packers
to
are
win.
favored.
It's probably a good
That would
answer
make
for that,
sense.
but I don't have it because
That's okay. I don't have it either.
well,
So-
I'll look for it when I get on the internet.
I love Royal Air.
someday.
It's so good. It puts a bench there.
We'll see.
It's very nice.
Royal Air, I can't get on now because of my illegal music activity from my home. When I brought my laptop here, the high class wireless service here was like, "There's a lot of activity going on in your computer." I don't download music here, but you know, we can't stop someone from robbing someone in the hill section, but Lord, we could shut a laptop down for high productivity.
Absolutely.
That's what's killing everybody in the country today. It's not war. It's illegal activity on laptops on campus.
Yeah, seriously.
It's proven.
Seriously, stop it.
I'm sorry.
Unbelievable.
I'm trying to stop. It's hard. I'm in AA. Anyway, go ahead. Tell everybody about the game. They're like, why am I even bothering? People are like, why are we listening anyway? The game was Sunday. We know what happened. Shut up. So we got to come with something
Everybody
good.
was watching.
Everybody watches the
Everybody
Super Bowl.
was watching.
If not for the game, for the commercials.
Yes.
It'll be like a ruckus event, like you're at a stadium when the game's going on. You can't hear a pin drop. The commercials come on, especially the one with that stupid baby. For
Oh my God.
that one, everyone stops talking. Shh, the commercials.
Oh my God, this commercial's awesome.
And then the game goes on.
Well, yeah, we will. Touch
I
on
was the
commercials.
opposite, but yes, we will.
We
We'll touch on that.
commercials. I'm sure we'll touch on the seating issue.
The seating issue, the fact that one of the 4 Visa guys that have been to every game was not there.
Was not there.
Missed the game.
Yeah. Yep. But I suppose we should actually.
Okay,
get to
they
the
hear
game
us now. Thank you,
first.
Mom.
All right. Excellent.
Now we could get into the game. We're great at just talking about nothing
I
for
know.
a half hour, and
know.
it sounds like we're actually doing intelligent speaking, but we're not. One day. Anyway, go ahead.
So-
I'm going to eat a cupcake
Let's see. Yeah, eat a cupcake.
that we have. They're in
does.
here.
Thanks to.
We'd like ruffle the mic, but that's just awkward.
should I eat it as I
No.
give the game description?
No, just try not to like have me do any color commentary. 'Cause it's gonna sound really awkward.
Okay.
What did you think? Oh,
So
coin flip.
yeah, coin flip. Defer to the second half.
Dion. I thought he was
Dion.
gonna mess
It
up.
was Dion. Yeah.
It's like it sails over everybody's head. Whoa!
Where is this? It's in the third row.
And wouldn't you be nervous? It's like throwing out the first pitch of the game. Like I could throw fine, but at that moment, like Lord.
Like, how can you mess up a coin flip?
Hey, I don't know. It's Deion Sanders. He's used to catching footballs, not flipping
That's
coins.
true. That's true. All right. Those few people out there that actually didn't watch the game were like, what happened? Defer to the second half. I think we mentioned that 3 times now. So kickoff, Packers stop him. Comes back. I think the Steelers stopped him. I'm not positive, but I think it went back to the Steelers and then went back to the Packers after that. And let's see. First big thing that happens, you've got the Packer touchdown. It was to Oh my God! As a Packers fan, I actually might not know. Jordy Nelson, yeah, deep to Jordy Nelson. He got
One of the
held.
ones he actually caught.
Yeah, which is one where he didn't really have to catch because it probably would have been a penalty because the guy was all over him on the play, and somehow he makes the catch. I'm looking at the ball. I'm looking at it. I'm like, okay, pass interference, ball on the 1. He somehow, like, first of all, Aaron Rodgers puts the ball right in his hands, like he did all night long. And Jordy Nelson makes a really nice catch with a guy all over him, ready to just like tackle him, and the ball's not even there yet. And he gets in the end zone, touchdown. Packers get ahead, which is exactly what they needed to do. Get ahead on the Steelers. Comes back right on the next possession. Steelers are down to they're inside the 10 somewhere, right? Or so Big Ben drops back to pass. A guy that the Packers picked up like mid-season comes in, gets the hit, and Ben decides to just launch it to Wallace and comes up way short. Nick Collins is there for the interception, starts running it back, and I'm thinking, I'm excited and everything, but I'm like, there's no way he's going to get in. Makes like some really nice moves, dives into the end zone, touchdown. 14-0 already. Packers are up. That was huge. You know what it is. And then the Steelers kind of come back and you're like, okay. And they come down, they get a field goal. 14-3, no big deal for the Packers. Packers come back, go up 21-3 on, let's see, what happened big on that drive? I'm not sure.
Jennings touchdown.
It was the Jennings touchdown. Another perfect pass. All night Rodgers. I'm probably just going to go all on about Rodgers this entire show because every throw he made was literally perfect. They were right there. Even the drop balls, Jordy Nelson had like 3 drops. James Jones had a drop, but it was a huge drop. He had a touchdown on the one play. Those people listening probably know, and the Packer fans probably cringed still, as I did.
What surprised me the most midway through the game is the Packers still decided to not start Brett Favre. And, Aaron Rodgers being in there, like his first big game, I was surprised he was allowed to get the opportunity to start the Super Bowl. I assumed they would have Brett Favre in there. Just saying, Hall of Fame guy, most consecutive games, all those records. He's on the bench. Home watching it. I was surprised. But it worked out in the end that they had him.
Definitely a good call.
Because we all know that Brett Favre is quite old.
Brett Favre is old.
And you could see that on your screen
what camera
here. And
I'm on. We're on. He's old. Brett
I think
Favre
we're in the middle.
Old.
Just the whole show is
we're just going to be in the middle of the whole show? Brett Favre is old.
He is.
And maybe he'll actually retire now.
And he's not on the Packers.
He's not actually on the Packers. We definitely had that one person fooled.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Why didn't they start him?
So 21-3. Throw to Jennings.
You know what was great? I didn't win any money. All I needed was 7-7 for both teams. The Packers scored 14. I'm like, okay, get a field goal, and then the Steelers will score, and I will win money.
You would think that would happen.
Nothing.
You would think 7-7 would get you something.
Something.
But nothing.
But I got nothing.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. It wasn't your fault.
You got nothing, man.
I mean, no offense. Yes. At a time, I was pulling for the Steelers to score and get to 17, even 17-17, anything. Mm-hmm. No. I wanted the Packers to win, but I also wanted $200. Mm-hmm. Or $300.
That would be more important.
Or $400.
That would be more important.
I would think.
For you, yeah. It would be more important. But 21-3, and the Packers ran away with it, and they were Super Bowl champions. But wait.
There's more.
There's more.
Brett Favre did start the second half, but for the Steelers. Whoa! A complete reversal of events, a mid-halftime trade. It was beautiful.
So what really happened is the Steelers get the ball back. They drive down the field, and all of a sudden, the Packers start dropping like flies. Sam Shields goes down. Next play, Woodson goes down. Leader of the defense, Charles Woodson, goes down. I'm like, oh no. I was a little more upset than that, though. So the Steelers, open opportunity to get back in the game before the end of halftime. They get it. Touchdown to, I want to say Hines Ward, but I'm not positive about that.
He did have one. I
He
just
had
don't
one.
remember when it was.
I just don't know if it was that one.
Could have been the Mendenhall run. I think that
I
was a little bit
think that was later
on,
in the game. Yeah.
We would know if I had internet.
That's okay. That's all right. I'm
No.
doing my best here.
Yep.
I really am.
Yep.
Trying.
Mm-hmm.
So 21-10, and the Packers take it into the half with the 21-10 lead. Getting the ball at the second half, so I'm feeling like okay, but
Mike
didn't
Wallace,
mention,
wasn't it?
was that the?
I believe so. Mike Wallace, 26-yard touchdown to go into the half.
No,
No.
because they were going the other way. Yeah, yeah, it was. Hines Ward was definitely the first one.
He'll get one eventually.
I think
Mike Wallace.
he will get one eventually. But what I didn't mention, Donald Driver got hurt in the first half as well. Kind of a leader on the offense.
A little bit.
Veteran leader. I don't want to forget about the Steelers players. Sanders went out, hit his knee. There's something wrong with that field.
Something was up with the field.
It was definitely, I just think the whole stadium, everything about the stadium, it was just poor. There were a lot of things that were
Scoreboard's
just poor.
cool,
About,
though.
oh, it's awesome. It's very big.
It's huge.
It's a big.
Punters beware.
Yeah, seriously. Yep. But I'm kind of upset about the field. A lot of injuries just by being tackled onto the field. Things just hitting the turf and then hurt. So that was a little annoying. Then again, I don't want to go out there and say like, oh, there was definitely a problem with it. I don't know if there really was. Maybe it was just coincidence, but it seems
Just looked like it.
It seems as though.
And you know what was good about, this isn't good that they got injured, but it was good that when the Packers got injured, when the Steelers got injured, when they emerged from the locker room, they had forms of braces on, ice packs, slings, unlike Jay Cutler, who comes out with a supposed torn MCL and stands the rest of the game and watches it. Yeah, you're in bad shape. Anyway.
Oh, here's what thing I forgot about the first half that reminded me. Big Ben hurting his knee.
Yeah, supposedly.
And then the next play, he runs for 20 yards.
Yep. Yeah, he was really,
I love that. I love that. It's great. It's fantastic.
because then he was either going to be a warrior when they won the game, or he was going to be like they were going to blame his knee. Well, he couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
Thankfully, it didn't really matter.
Didn't really matter, no. But I found that funny that he gets injured, supposedly, and then runs for 20 yards. So beginning of the second half, you really think the Packers have to come out and score here and just get them out of it because they've lost an offensive leader and a defensive leader right now. So you just need to get ahead. You need to keep pecking away on offense. They did not do that. Steelers get the ball back, and now comes the Wallace 26-yard touchdown.
It is.
I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I could be. Again, maybe that one comes later. I don't know.
Maybe the next
I know
one was
all
Hines
the
Ward.
Yeah.
I know all the touchdowns too.
Yeah,
I just can't think
exactly.
of them.
It's just that I'm not positive when they were. I'm a little lost. Did you get that?
I just looked up real quick to see this.
Yeah,
PSA. You know what's going to be good is we're not going to know when we're back.
PSA.
Again?
That's true. No, we have our floor manager.
Well, there you go.
She'll tell us.
So where
We're
are
good.
we now? like second half. All right.
Second half? We
Good.
could
That's
cut,
good
right?
pausing.
Yeah,
There
we'll
at
do
the
that.
second half. So we'll take a quick break with PSAs. Normally now I would give you the text number, except I don't have it, so sorry. If you know any of us personally, which you probably all do, just text our phones, and we will answer your questions or quips. As Joe enjoys his cupcake, we'll be right back. Johnny Knows Sports Show, 99.5 WSR Scranton, and kind of the Royal Television Network.
哦，先生你好，歡迎光臨，等等先。誒，唔該晒。Brandon.
Hey guys, this is my teenage friend Rachel. She's cool.
Hey. Hey, could you watch the road?
Hey, could you watch the road?
Okay. All right, well, if we die in a car crash, I want to donate my eyes to my neighbor Gary. He has a boat, and he sails all around the world. I would love to see that. I don't know if he actually needs eyes, but who would turn on a free pair of eyes, right? Who's that rich?
You believe this guy? Are you trying to start a wildfire? Sorry. Pass the honey?
9 out of 10 wildfires are caused by humans.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
So, April.
Yeah?
You know your charger's still using energy when it's plugged into the wall, right?
Yeah, but that's not my charger. I don't even have a cell phone.
Millions of kids are using their energy wisely. What's your excuse?
This is my friend Rob from Michigan.
What's up?
He's a teenager.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Woo! Hey, you want to slow down there?
No.
Really? Oh, okay.
What are you doing?
We're shooting a viral video. Hold on, I want to see this. Hey, this is his last 5 minutes on Earth. A little something to Mom? Say something to Mom. How about, goodbye, Mom, sorry.
Johnny Knows Sports Show, 99.5 WSR Scranton and the Royal Television Network. This probably very annoying voice for the past 5 seconds is John. And the laughing voice next to me on my left, your right, for all you not watching at home, is Joe.
Yeah, I'm Joe. Sorry.
See that?
That was funny.
That's
Even
from
though
SNL.
you did it already.
From SNL.
Yeah.
You just didn't think I would do it on the
Yeah.
air. Yeah. I'm like Bill O'Reilly. We do it live. But yes, we were talking about the second half of the Super Bowl, trying to figure out what touchdowns came where. Our apologies for our bad kind of short-term memory.
I will take the blame for that because my team's playing. I really should know everything that happened in that game.
Yeah,
I watched the whole game.
I was covering the event, but wasn't paying attention.
Well, you have to write down stats and stuff.
I was probably eating then, because
Yeah.
I was at a house with an immaculate spread of
Me too.
Super Bowl materials.
Me too.
So,
Well, yeah. What I believe, this is what I came up with. I believe the second touchdown in the second half was actually Rashard Mendenhall. It was the Rashard Mendenhall run to make it 21-17. And the first touchdown was Hines Ward. I really think it was Hines Ward. So we're at 21-17 now. Things are going back and forth. It's really not looking good for the Packers.
You know, there's football sprinkles on these, and this one has 1. These 2 have none. Yours has 20. Who was sprinkling these at your place of employment? Because they did
I'll ask the bakery.
Good. Anyway,
I'm going to have to. No, it's okay. At this point, Steelers have the momentum. They're putting up the stat that the biggest deficit in Super Bowl history has only been 10, done by 2 teams. So you got that. You've got, you know, all this momentum built up on the Steelers. The Packers don't get the first down. Steelers get the ball back. They can't convert. Packers get the ball back. They can't convert. And the Steelers get the ball. They're driving. They're on midfield. It's looking like they are finally going to break through
to the other side.
Yes, exactly. But wait! That didn't come out how I wanted it to come out, but they get the point. Huge play by one of the best defensive players in the league right now, if not the best. Clay Matthews
needs to cut his hair.
Needs to cut his hair, and that's it.
Grimy.
That's
like Joe Dirt hair.
That's all I have to say. That's it.
So another play now. That was the play. He just came onto the field and shook his hair back and forth.
Which he does, which is kind of funny to watch. The run play the Steelers ran. Obviously, they ran the run play. That sounded weird. Anyway, the play was broken. The Packers just stormed through the line. And you think, okay, loss, tackle for a loss, wonderful. They needed that. All of a sudden, Clay Matthews jars the ball loose.
Now, for all you listening, what does that make you think of?
Exactly.
Jarring the ball loose.
Yes.
Okay.
Basically, he hits the ball.
Now, he didn't just force a fumble.
No, he didn't.
Or strip the ball.
No.
He jarred it loose.
Jarred it loose. There we go. Now we've given them the visual.
Yes.
They know now. I don't have to explain anymore. Ball comes popping out. Steelers offensive linemen are still blocking. They don't realize the ball's out.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
And I'm not sure the Packer player who jumped on it.
He didn't jump on it. He grabbed it.
Yeah, that's true. He grabbed it.
He ran a little bit.
He did not dive
on it. He was ready to go.
I was thinking
which shocks me because apparently footballs are one of the hardest objects to pick up, even harder than when you just cut your nails and drop a penny on linoleum floor. Did you ever do that? You know, you can't pick up change because you just cut your nails. Annoying. Like in a store, you know, I have the exact change, and you like place them down. You can't get it. Can't get it. Harder than that. Football.
Did you ever drop your Royal card here?
The Royal card, like just things.
I can't pick it up.
You can't pick it up. And people are like, pick it up. You can't.
I can't. I need someone to pick it up for me. It's really embarrassing.
Bad. It's worse than that, picking up a football. But he did it somehow.
But anyway, yes, he did chase the ball down. He picked it up. He ran a little bit, not much. And the momentum shifted.
Just a little.
Packers.
Because at that point, the
Packers
just looked like they were losing their nerves, a little nervous.
Yeah, exactly. They really needed a big play, or else I don't think they were going to win that game. Honestly, if that didn't happen, I think the Steelers go down, and they score a touchdown. The rest is history. Clay Matthews comes up with the big play. As the leader on that defensive team, especially with Charles Woodson out,
who cheered.
He cheered.
Painfully.
He cheered, and then he was like, ow.
Oh, my collarbone's broken. I forgot.
Then he went with the lesser celebration, a little
fist bump.
A little this. That
The
must have been-
Mariano Rivera, for all that you that can't see us on TV, you know the. Yeah.
That must have really hurt, because like it was on his left side, and he just went to celebrate with his right arm, and it hurt.
Yeah,
The
from what
left
I've heard,
collarbone.
collarbones are not pleasant to break.
No.
I'm not like I'm saying bones are pleasant to break. You know, like, yeah, I broke my leg, but that was all right. I guess feet are the easiest bones to break. People break their bones in their feet all the time and just carry on with their lives.
This is true.
Except for my mother, shout out.
So where was it?
Fumble. They got
The
Packers
fumble.
got the ball
The
back,
fumble.
drove it down the field.
Yes, they drove
Scored
down the field.
probably because they scored 3 times off turnovers, I think.
Scored a lot. It was to Jennings again for his second touchdown. And the thing on that play, the thing I'd like to bring up, Palomalu was non-existent. The defensive player of the year was non-existent.
He overthought, I think, because he expected, well, from what the wise announcers of Joe Buck and Troy Aikman analyzed, he, I guess, expected Jennings to run a slant over the middle, but he went the opposite direction, completely fooling him because Aaron Rodgers was looking to the left, but he didn't throw that far. And if it wasn't for Joe Buck and Troy Aikman, that would have went right over my head. So thank you, Joe and Troy.
But I mean, yeah, like he just looked foolish on that play. He did, and he was just not there. I mean, not making these plays that you'd expect him to make. I mean, not that like he really missed. That's the only part where I saw him like miss something. But I think it really took him out of his game that the Packers only ran 11 times.
And he can only do so much. I mean, if you because people do this, you know, if you're a cameraman at one of these games, you just, you know, I don't know like whose idea this was, but there's certain camera people that their job is just to be on one player all game long, which would bore me to tears.
Tremendously, yeah.
Especially if the player's out for the year standing on the sidelines. Oh, he's moving. So, but yeah, you know, he runs, he goes to blitz, he falls over, he's up, he's going. He can only do so much. And if you don't throw to his side, he still can only do so much. He still has to run a ton of way to get there. And, you know, he had a couple saving tackles. He had one against Jennings, stopping him from a touchdown. Comes out of the blue and makes a tackle like, whoa, Palomalu. But he's only one man. He can only do so much.
See, that's what I mean. Sorry, I'm getting down on my cupcake.
Where'd you get cupcakes?
Nowhere.
Oh.
Don't worry about it. Palomalu, which is what I was going to say that you only saw him saving touchdowns. That was it. You saw him making the tackles to save touchdowns, which is a job of the safety. But
that's his job.
That is his job.
He's an SS, according to Madden 11.
He is the safety.
He's a strong one at that.
So he was doing his job there. But usually you see Troy Palomalu impacting much more on the game. You just didn't see that in this game. And, I mean, it could have been that the Packers just went straight to the pass, and maybe that kind of took them out of the game. I've heard that. I don't know. I don't have anything to back that, but maybe that's why. But Troy Palomalu, non-existent, looked foolish on that play. Jennings wide open, touchdown, 28-17. Much to the dismay of the Steelers fans that I was watching the game with, unfortunately. So, the Steelers come back. Believe it, they get the ball back. I didn't expect that. But they get the ball back, and they march down the field, and they score. And that was the Wallace touchdown. Puts them behind by 5. Tomlin elects to go for 2.
Good call.
Good call. Definitely a good call. Nothing to lose by, if you don't get it, you still need a touchdown to win. Anyway, so really nothing to lose by that. So goes for the 2-point conversion. They do a little option thing, a little trickery. They get in the end zone. Antoine Randall celebrates as if they just won the Super Bowl, but he didn't realize that they were still down by 3. And he did that every time he made a catch.
He did.
I think he had like 2 or 3 catches, and every time I thought the Steelers won the game. And I went to turn off the TV, and then I realized it was the first quarter.
Yep.
The Packers get the ball back, and let me tell you, it's not looking good. It's not looking good at this point. There's just an offside, so it's 3rd and 10 now. And Rodgers just delivers this pass again on the money to Greg Jennings in the middle of the field, gets them the first down. Like literally, some of his passes you could not put anywhere else. If he was just like an inch off, it would have been tipped or picked or something. He put it all night where his receivers could get it, and that was incredible. And that's why he was a Super Bowl MVP. Oh, I spoiled it. Jeez. We just lost half our viewers.
No one's watching.
Sorry. Sorry, we're in a TV studio. I just, you know.
Yeah, it's good practice
yeah.
when it actually counts. But we could be doing anything right now. There's only one person that could see it, and it's the people in the control room.
It's being taped. We're going to give it to all our friends. They're going to see it. Great.
Good.
Great. All right. So they go down. And they get inside the 10 after another Jordy Nelson drop ball. But Rodgers just kept going right back to people. That's what he's done all year. Basically, Aaron Rodgers is great, and Brett Favre is old.
See, I was thinking that too, about him going back to people, but I was thinking, like, if you're a quarterback, you take a 3-step drop, you got people running. I wouldn't even have time to look at someone and think, he just dropped the ball, I'm not going to throw to him. I don't think you have enough seconds to think. Like, in your mind, you're like, I'm not going to throw to him again. But if he's wide open and Troy Polamalu's running at you, I'd be like, all right, there you go. Try it again. I wouldn't pump fake to him. Unless I had the time.
That's true. But anyway, sorry. They get inside the 10, and Mike McCarthy decides to go conservative. So they don't get in the end zone, basically. And they settle for basically an extra point.
Yes.
Thank God Mason Crosby made it, because I was a little worried. But I see the score, and it's 31-25, and the Steelers are getting the ball with like 2 minutes and 7 seconds left. Uh-oh.
Game's over.
That's not good. That's not good.
So Joe leaves the party, and he's walking the streets, and I have to tell him what's happening.
I'm dejected. I've thrown my cheese head into the snow. But wait, there's more. Oh, sorry. I'm jumping backward now. I missed this. The Steelers kicker.
Swisham.
Swisham.
You know, I know that, Madden.
Swisham.
Where's Reed?
I don't know.
Jeff Reed.
I don't know. He attempts a 50-some yard field goal.
Pretty far.
Just completely.
Let's just say wide left
close.
Is an understatement. So much so that, like, there were women at the place I was at that don't understand football who asked, wait, he was trying to get it in between those 2 poles? Yeah, he was.
Oh, it wasn't even close. It never had a chance. Right off his foot. When you get, like, laughter, like, during a kick, you just know it's bad. And he just missed, like, he might have missed the netting in the back. So that was awful. I thought I'd just mention that in case.
Yeah, that was depressing. Like
Sweesham's mother.
Like, you know, it's funny. Like, you know, you go to some major league games, like, no one's ever gonna hit a foul ball here. Well, you go to, you know, nothing's gonna happen. Here comes a ball at you from Swisham. What a memory that was for those 3 people who were lucky enough to get in the stadium.
Yeah, right.
Foreshadowing, maybe?
Maybe.
Anyway, make a long story short, Steelers don't score. Packers win.
Really? You're gonna cut it that short?
No.
We did the whole game description, and you just cut the
No,
last 2 minutes down.
Wasn't that great though? That's cool.
It was great. I already gave it away because Aaron Rodgers was the MVP. But
yeah, nobody cares now.
But dumb play by the Steelers on the kickoff, unnecessary roughness, unsportsmanlike conduct. I don't know who the guy was.
Yeah, he's a no-name.
But yeah, he hits the guy after the play, clearly, in his face. So Steelers have to start the drive on like the 13, which was an issue. But they got a first down, and then everything went wrong. There was no chance. Every play that was called was just didn't look good from the start.
Third down, you go to Mike Wallace. Fourth down, you go to Mike Wallace.
Mike Wallace.
No Hines Ward.
I don't even know who that is.
Second down, you go to Mike Wallace, who doesn't know what play was called.
He's looking. He's just.
What is it?
We'll do something. Run around.
Push him.
Go deep.
Pull him. But yeah, so it was very un-Steelers-like because I said at the party, the Steelers are going to score.
That's really
because they've done it before several times. Mm-hmm. Like they're not under any pressure at all. It's fourth down, and Big Ben was still like, fourth down, come on. But not to be. And then
Packers celebrate.
They kneel.
And then they need it. It was so uneventful.
Somebody asked why they need at the end. Like, why are they trying to score again? What are they just kneeling it for?
It was so boring.
That's why we're here, to educate, friends. This is it.
I guess they should have tried to give away the game.
Yeah, I would.
Instead of
just handed it to them and like, try again.
Try again.
Here you go. So that was it.
That was it. Aaron Rodgers gets the MVP, rightfully so. 300 yards, like 3 touchdowns.
Would have been more had his team not had meatloaf hands.
Caught the ball, yes. So basically that's it. A lot of Steelers players trying to take the blame for the loss. Well, pretty much like one person on both sides. You have Big Ben throwing 2 picks. Big game by Jared Bush, by the way. Packer, like, 4th quarter cornerback or something, had to fill the shoes of injury to Charles Woodson. Comes up with a pick, and he was just all over the place in the game. So great game for Jared Bush on the big stage. That was one of Roethlisberger's picks. The other one was taken back for a pick 6. So Roethlisberger kind of trying to take the blame there for the loss in the end.
Well, let's give people something to look forward to. We'll take a break and come back and tell you why they lost.
Yes.
And why the Packers won.
Teaser.
We won't give you any text line numbers as of yet because I don't have them. So if you have questions, text one of us, John and or Joe, on our sports show. We'll be right back. You're listening to 99.5 WSR Scranton and kind of the Royal Television Network, John and Joe Sports Show. Hold your horses. We'll be back.
Okay, do you want to do rocks, paper, scissors for the last vanilla one? 2 out of 3. What do we do? 2 out of 3?
Yeah, that's
okay. All right.
Yes.
I get the last vanilla cupcake. That we were playing rocks, paper, scissors. Yeah. Sorry.
Son of a mother.
They're fantastic. Thank you. Why is Sean calling me? He knows I'm on.
Answer it!
Hello? Oh, really? Oh, no way. Oh, good. Good. All right. We're still on. Okay, thanks, Sean. Okay, bye. Give a shout out to Sean Dempsey.
Oh, we're still.
So are we still on air now? I just called, told we were still on.
It's a good thing I said son of a mother and not
Yeah,
something worse.
Did I say anything?
No, you didn't.
Oh, God. All right.
I could have been
If
bad.
we're still on, shout out to Sean Dempsey. Thank you for listening and having the heart to call in.
If we're
and tell us
still
we're
on, Joe
If we're
won
still
the
on.
vanilla cupcake and rock, paper, scissors.
That's
And I
what we were
lost.
doing. That's what we were doing. So are, so are we on?
Somebody should have muted the mics!
So should we keep talking?
No, we're taking a break. This is my break.
You're getting a text.
Probably my mother.
Son of a mother.
Son of a mother. You think you're funny? See what we do with? This is it. Every week it's great. We're on air. That's what I figured.
Remember we were just talking before the show. Holmes comes out. You guys are on.
We had no idea. We're just like having a conversation. She's like, we're live. Sean was like, so I figured before one of you guys curse this close.
Yeah.
I don't mess around when I play rock, paper, scissors.
Seriously, that could have been bad.
Terrible. Yeah.
If I lost, I would have screamed an expletive.
Oh, well, the show can start now.
Speaking of screaming an expletive. Hey, Nina.
Hey. How those cupcakes?
Fantastic.
Yeah.
I won the last vanilla one.
Have you guys done anything?
What do you mean anything?
I don't know. I come in here eating cupcakes.
No, we've actually just sat here for an hour and a half waiting for you to come.
That's what I did. I was in class. Holy shit.
Could you get us water? More water.
Why don't you ask
Really
Nicolina when
appreciate
we're coming back?
Yeah. I really appreciate it.
Is the office open?
Just do the water fountain.
Where? Do you think you're on camera right now?
No. No, we probably know we're stuck. Are we like on air? Like literally or?
No, but I'm still taped.
Oh. That's.
Oh.
Are you on the radio?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh shit.
Listen to you.
Well, do we know or do we don't know?
I don't know.
Why don't you say that louder in case we are? Are we on? Are we on right now?
Yeah.
Okay,
So
cool.
we're good? We're live? So we're still live.
So I'm not gonna eat this cupcake, is what you're telling me? I'm on the radio. I can't eat cupcake. Well, hello. We're back.
We're back! And we're back! I still want the water. Please, Nina.
My bad.
Please, Nina. Thank you.
Sorry for the last 3 minutes
lot.
of whatever you all heard.
Do you want one?
My
I'm
apologies.
getting a
Yes,
call.
I would. Well,
Yeah, I'm
answer
getting a
it,
call.
Joe. Go ahead.
Hello? Oh, way to go. Nina, it was heard. Haha. It was heard on air. Great. Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Thank you, Tashaya.
We'll tell-
I'll shout you out. I'm sorry. I
We'll
forgot to.
just tell
All right. Okay, bye.
the FCC that she doesn't care, and they'll just overlook it.
Doesn't care. Perfect.
Anyway, we'll get back to sports.
That was Tashaya Stevenson letting us know
Abington Journal.
that we were on there that whole time.
How did that happen?
I don't know.
We're just gonna shake our heads in disdain at all the producers of the Royal Television Network.
I really want to watch this show.
I don't. Actually, I do.
That'd be hilarious.
It's gonna be sad. This is on air
This is
now.
on air.
All right. Anyway, yeah, Super Bowl.
So, what we left off at, the reason the Packers won the Super Bowl. I mean,
Turnovers.
it had something to do with turnovers.
3 touchdowns off 3 turnovers. And I think that's what did it.
That was it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Indeed.
I agree. That was it. Should we pull out the stat?
Yeah, go. Yeah, a stat that Fox failed to let us know about until the next day, or SportsCenter was like, "Hey, did you know?" No.
Should okay, sorry, that was my cue. Here's the deal. Whenever a team has had a pick six, that is an interception returned for a touchdown, they win the Super Bowl. They are, in fact, thank you, Nina, very much. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. That was Nina.
You heard her before. Shout. Twice.
But she brought us water.
So it's forgiven.
That was
But that's all you
very
have to
nice
do.
of her. Okay, anyway. Wow.
She just runs in here after class like, I own the world. I am the leader of RTN. So anyway, yeah,
11
and 0, pick six.
Pick six, yep. And there have been quite a few recently. You've had this year.
Past 3 years.
Yep. You've had last year, which was pretty much the game sealer. Porter for the Saints took one back against Peyton Manning.
Watched himself as he ran into the end zone.
Yes, I'd do the same.
I would too. That's so cool. Well, then you know if people are like going to tackle you.
Yes. Yeah.
As well.
And
all right, we're back.
That,
we got the number 212-9877, area code 570. Text us some quotes, questions, comments. Let us know that you heard us curse on air. Go for it. Well, we didn't curse. Don't blame us. We're just the messengers.
That's true. That's true.
Actually, in this instance, the phrase, shoot the messenger, kill the messenger would work. Because she was the messenger. She did that.
That's true.
That's
true.
Jokes. But anyway.
And James Harrison in 2008.
99 yards.
99 yards.
Unbelievable.
Took it back. Shame that didn't happen this year. Oh, boy.
So, yeah, that was definitely why they lost, I think, was turnovers. Like, the game overall was just, it wasn't, it was normal. It was blah. It was all right. You know, like, Aaron Rodgers played out of his mind, but there was points in the game where the Packers just went 4 or 3 and out, like 6 straight possessions. And then the Steelers would score like 2 or 3 times, and then they'd turn it over, and then the Packers would finally score. And it was just like, I've watched more exciting games.
Yeah, it wasn't a shootout. It wasn't, it wasn't anything spectacular. The last 2 minutes I thought were going to be much more exciting and nerve-wracking than they actually were. So, I mean, personally, I thought it was a good game. I mean, obviously I'm a Packer fan, so I enjoyed it thoroughly. But as far as the game itself, I thought it was a good game. I thought it definitely could have been worse. It definitely could have been better. It really could have gone either ways. As far as the Super Bowl goes, I'd put it like middle of the pack. Oh man, I didn't even mean to do that. Oh man, yeah, I'd put it around like right in the middle, among the greatest and worst Super Bowls of all time. I would throw it there.
But good for the Packers.
Good for the Packers. You're right. Turnovers. That was huge. All year, the Packers, when they lost because of themselves. They lost the games for themselves. And you see it here, and you saw it all playoffs long. They didn't make mistakes. At least they didn't make enough mistakes. They made a few mistakes, but not as many as in the regular season. And when that happens, they win, and they did it all year. When they didn't shoot themselves in the foot, they won. And Steelers, the team that had been there before, really looked like the team, like they were the ones making the mistakes. And the team you would figure to make the big plays, it went the other way. The Packers were making the big plays. The Clay Matthews tackle on Rashard Mendenhall, jarring the ball loose. It was just a great game by a Packer team that, that was not that experienced in the playoffs, to where the Steelers team has won 2 Super Bowls. I mean, with the same core, pretty much the same core people on their team, at least 2008 to 2010. I mean, 2011 or whatever it is, 2009 to 2000.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, there we go. At least in that span. No Santonio Holmes though to make that.
No, that was
catch.
it. That was why he
That
could
was-
have been the 4th down guy.
There you go. Yeah, but he wasn't. And you're right. That is why the Packers won. And Aaron Rodgers, Super Bowl MVP, incredible game for him. Could have been better, like you mentioned earlier. But
looking at the team, I mean, next year they're bringing everybody back, and they'll have a running back.
yeah, they'll have a running back.
You know, they had I forget how many people were on IR, like 11, 12, something like that.
Double digits. It was.
They'll all be back.
Really up there.
Second youngest team in the NFL, the Packers. So hopefully they got some positive years ahead.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, a team that could contend again. It is so difficult in the NFL though to repeat.
Unless you're the Denver Broncos.
Had to bring that up.
Yeah. Or the Patriots.
Okay. Or the Patriots. They were the last team to do it.
They were.
We'll see if the Packers can do it. I don't know. It's tough, like I said, in this day and age in the NFL. You saw the Saints crumble. Of course, who's going to be on the Madden cover? That is the question.
Aaron Rodgers.
If it's Aaron Rodgers, the Packers are finished.
No, actually, it's going to be Tom Brady. Probably.
Yeah. That makes sense.
He was the MVP. He had a great year. It's going to be Tom Brady. He was never on the cover
fantastic.
before. He's done.
Perfect.
His ACL,
Perfect.
again, it's going to get torn.
I like it. Perfect. But, yeah, everyone back. You're getting Jermichael Finley back, too. So, and that is huge. No one really got to see him this year. But he really is, like, when Aaron Rodgers says, and he said in press conferences, we're getting the best tight end in the league back. He literally could be he is one of the best, if not the best. You just haven't really seen him yet.
It's nice hair, too. But that was the game.
That was the game.
But there was the before the game. There were bets. Like, if you go to Vegas before the Super Bowl, you could bet on everything. What the coin toss is going to be, how long this is going to be, who's going to flash somebody in the stands, anything you could bet on. There was a bet going on how long Christina Aguilera would hold the final note of the Star Spangled Banner and how long it would take her to finish the song. It was 1:54. Mm-hmm. She starts singing, doing her that crap.
Do you like Christina? I'm sorry. Do you like Christina Aguilera's voice?
She peaked at that one song with all the water. You know where she's in the music video? You know what I'm talking about? Anyone in the studio?
Dirty?
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
And beautiful. After that,
okay, I can agree with that.
I'm done. I've had enough of her.
Honestly,
it's okay. She overdoes it.
Exactly.
She overdoes everything.
Yes,
That's
I
why.
Just think she's way
so
too
what made like
into
that
it.
song "Beautiful" so good was it was like she just sang. She wasn't like
yeah, and then like it's just annoying. I don't know.
They want us off the air because of that. We're getting kicked out.
I'm sorry.
Kicked out of here.
I'm sorry. I didn't.
All right, we'll come back. We'll tell you about that debacle. And we'll talk about commercials a little bit, and then we'll get into there's other sports still going on. So we'll talk about that in 5 minutes or fewer.
Very good.
99.5 WSR Scranton and the Royal Television Network. It's the John and Joe Sports Show. And no, we won't curse off air this time.
So you think we're
I put the gun on her!
What could possibly be funny?
Sorry.
Dying.
Pass the honey?
9 out of 10
coat
wildfires
on
are
her!
caused by humans.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
先生你好，歡迎光臨，等等先。唔該晒。Brandon.
This is my friend Rob from Michigan.
What's up?
He's a teenager.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Woo! Hey, you want to slow down there?
No.
Really? Okay.
What are you doing?
We're shooting a viral video. Hold on, I want to see this. Hey, this is his last 5 minutes on Earth. A little something to Mom? Say something to Mom. How about, goodbye, Mom, sorry.
So, April.
Yeah?
You know your charger's still using energy when it's plugged into the wall, right?
Yeah, but that's not my charger. I don't even have a cell phone.
Millions of kids are using their energy wisely. What's your excuse?
Hey guys, this is my teenage friend Rachel. She's cool.
Hey. Hey, could you watch the road?
Hey, could you watch the road?
Okay. All right, well, if we die in a car crash, I want to donate my eyes to my neighbor Gary. He has a boat, and he sails all around the world. I would love to see that. I don't know if he actually needs eyes, but who would turn on a free pair of eyes, right? Who's that rich?
Since I'm assuming we can hear our little theme, we're back! It's John and Joe Sports Show 99.5 WSR Scranton and someone else. Okay, we talked about the Super Bowl. Who won? Packers.
Packers.
Blah, blah, blah. Everyone knows already this happened. We were starting to get into the national anthem. You know, like, I can't say that I was paying that much attention because how many times have I heard the national anthem in my life? Far too many. Or the Star Spangled Banner, national anthem. Please. More than enough times. So, I'm eating my chips and dip and other things.
Me too.
And like midway through, all of a sudden everybody's like, "She missed the line!" So I duck under the table and cover my head like we did in grade school under the desk in case we got bombed because that would save us. And then I like started listening and she flubbed the Star Spangled Banner.
Yep.
How do you mess up the Star Spangled Banner? She knew she did. She tried and fix it by going more than normal. Fail.
See, yeah, now I talked to my mom about this. Shout out to my mother, Sheila. I was like, and I said the line you said. I said, "How do you mess up the national anthem?" And she defended her. She was like, you don't know when you get into that situation. My mom is a singer / guitar player / pianist. My mom doesn't like when I say it that way because yeah. That's how it's because it sounds like yeah. So she says pianist. No, I just keep saying pianist. So anyway, I really hope she's listening. But
She's gonna lock you out of the house.
I know.
I was only kidding. Be honest.
So yeah, she was like, she's said like, I've been in that situation before. I have messed up before. So I didn't ask her what song it was for. I doubt it was for the Star Spangled Banner. I told her I had faith in her. I don't think you would forget it, mess it up.
I don't know.
But
It's
I don't
Super
know.
Bowl, like.
That's yeah. I don't know. Yeah, you gotta come through at that point.
So there was that. Funny thing too, we talked about the over/under was 154. Well, we had our stopwatches out, and we did. She ended at 154.
Boom.
On the dot. So her messing up cost people God knows how much money. There was also the commercial that you've seen, before the Super Bowl about the four guys that have never missed the Super Bowl. Oh, we're so cool. We never miss a. One of them wasn't there. He was in the hospital.
Yep.
So his family went and held up his face on one of those stick signs that are apparently really popular now, like Syracuse games, like the huge Jim Boeheim head. So there was that. There was the halftime show, which was spectacular to say the least. Let's just put it this way. If there was ever going to be a halftime show that should be lip-synced, it should be the Black Eyed Peas. For some reason, whoever was doing the sound was messing up, putting on whose mic at what time. So people would start singing, and there's no mic. Then they would yell, and they turn the mic on, and you'd be like, whoa. And they just sounded awful.
Yeah.
Awful.
Yep.
It was a 12-minute set, and they needed Slash to come out and play a tune, and Fergie screwed up Sweet Child of Mine for us all. And then Usher comes soaring down from the sky and sings one of his songs. Well, tries to, because his mic was screwed up too. He was just dancing, and everybody was like, oh, thank God he could at least act. Terrible. Terrible halftime show. Like we said in the beginning of the show, there has not been a good halftime show since the nipple slip. Honest. It's been old, washed-up acts since then. Like, the Rolling Stones, The Who, Tom Petty, those are amazing acts 30 years ago.
Right, exactly.
I don't know who they're going to get next year, but
I don't know.
Sweet heaven.
I mean, I would rather they keep it young, keep it with something now, even though I don't really care for anybody anymore.
I mean, I guess the Black Eyed Peas was a good idea. I mean, they're still popular, but
yeah.
Maybe the weather had something to do with, it was cold in Dallas all week. Maybe that had something to do with their practicing, where they couldn't get onto the field because, it was just, everyone was lit up, lights, and people making heartbeats out of their lights and dancing. It was different.
It was different. It was definitely different from other years.
They just need to figure out someone better. And I don't know what they're going to do, but they haven't. That was the first younger act that's been in 5 or 6 years, and it was a flop.
Yeah.
So you know who should do next year? Justin Bieber.
You keep going as young as possible.
That's it. Got to keep just going younger.
Well, never say never.
Friday.
Because he's definitely worthy of a movie.
Clearly. So it was the halftime show was laughable at best. I don't think there's any. My father was like, yeah, it's pretty cool how Fergie was doing like the Axl Rose dances. I'm like, no. Slash was the best part about halftime. Slash comes out, ah!
Yep.
But that was it.
That was it.
But there was that. Then there was the ticket debacle where 400 people bought these in-game seats, like these. I guess they're just like folding chairs kind of things. They were. I think what were they like? $900 supposedly.
Yeah.
Face value.
Yeah.
So they were buying them. One guy bought his for like $3,000. Apparently, like Super Bowl tickets are an extraordinarily large amount of money, which I had no idea about until I looked one of them up. So I thought you could just go for like $200. No. You got to like sell your leg, which people probably would do. But, you know, they get there and then they come to find out they don't have any seats because of safety regulation violations. They don't have seats. So, like, what do? You know, they're walking around. They got thrown into these, like, makeshift things, and people still didn't have places to sit. So the NFL's like, well, we'll give you 3 times the amount of money you paid for the tickets. Okay. I still had to watch the game from outside.
And still costing you money to do so.
Yes.
Because they bought them for more. They did not buy them at face value, as you mentioned. That's just a debacle, as you said, which is another good word. Oh man, I'm liking what you're saying. All right, but yeah, a lot of things just wrong with the field, with the production itself.
It was painful.
Yeah,
you know,
it was a shame.
The commercial aspect of it. There's definitely been better years for commercials.
Yes.
You know, there were some okay ones. Where I was, you know, a lot of people thought that certain ones were like hilarious. I mean, I don't know what it is about me, but like I'll watch a show or a funny commercial, and very rarely do I literally laugh out loud. You know, like, do you ever do, like, you're just sitting around and all of a sudden you hear someone in your house just start laughing at the TV? Yes, Father, I hear you laugh at TV if you're listening. But you know those people. I very rarely do that.
Yeah.
But when I do, it usually catches me off guard, and it's absolutely hilarious.
Yeah.
But, you know, there were people that, and I was just like, yeah, these are okay.
Exactly. I don't really care for the baby commercial. Is it
You're offending my father.
Or something?
Yes.
I'm sorry, Mr. Lund.
He's offended.
But yeah, I do not enjoy those. I don't find them funny. Everyone else at the party that I went to, like you said, be quiet. I love this. I couldn't believe people
During
actually
the game,
stopped.
Wild, ruckus. You can't hear anything. The commercials. Whoa, the baby!
People stopped, and we had to listen to it. I'm just sitting with the 2 friends that I came with, and Jeremy and Mike Greenwood. If you're listening, probably Greenwood maybe.
Greenwood might be.
Yeah, Jeremy definitely not. But yeah, I'm just looking. I'm just like, really? Really?
Yeah.
Like, the only one. Do you have any that you enjoyed? Remember any that were?
I can only remember them when people mentioned them and were like, oh.
Yeah.
At the time, I thought the Faith Hill, whatever flower brand she was saying was funny.
Yes.
Dear Kim, your rack is amazing.
I really meant it.
I was just being honest.
There was one. It was the first set of commercials. It was the Audi commercial, the Escape from Luxury. I really like that one, where they're trying to escape luxury, and the security guard keeps looking back. He's like, they're trying to escape. The guy's just like, release the hounds, and you expect these gigantic dogs to come out, but they're just like these nice little. They're hounds.
Yeah, that was pretty
they're
good.
hounds. That was funny. The best one was they got past it. What do we do now? Hit him with the Kenny G.
I love this song. Yeah. Keep going.
Don't lose your focus. So I thought that was clever. I like that one. There are a few here and there.
Yeah, here and there. I think best overall was the one commercial where they had every like clip from a lot of popular TV shows where they would
that was a good one.
Be referencing the Super Bowl or the NFL, and they put them into like one clip. You know, like Steve Urkel throws the football out the window and hits Marsha Brady in the nose. That was just well done.
That was clever.
I thought the house commercial was funny.
Yeah, that was good.
With the stick. I thought you would have had that. But there were a couple, but nothing. Doritos didn't impress me as much as last year.
No.
You know, it's like it would come out and you're like, oh!
Yeah.
And I didn't really
didn't
really fall head over heels for them.
Yeah. I like the movie trailer thing. They start showing a bunch of movie trailers.
They kind of livened it up a little bit.
Yeah. Like I'm a movie guy though, so I don't know if everyone would enjoy that. And it was funny like watching those commercials and waiting to see how long it actually takes everybody to figure out what the movie is. When like I know, because I'm so into movies that I know, like it took people like 17 seconds.
I picked up on Pirates of the Caribbean 4 immediately.
Then they just showed Jack Sparrow.
And Fast and the Furious, because I think we were in the theater when they showed that one like extraordinarily long trailer, and it was just like them hijacking that one like oil tanker thing, and then it was like Fast and the Furious 5. And then that was it. It was like coming soon in 3 years. I remembered seeing them all from like last year, you know, those like coming in the summer, and you just like don't even care about them because they're so far away.
Yeah.
So that was interesting.
I like that, personally. I don't know.
Yeah, nothing though really, nothing that great.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, it was like a ho-hum affair. Overall, I'd say.
Especially with the hype.
Yeah.
All the time. It's always overblown, never really lives up to it. I mean, I'd say the Steelers-Cardinals game was awesome. I mean, at least the few quarters. Like, you'll get a few quarters in games that are just, like, amazing. But, I mean, it's difficult for a game to live up because, I mean, it's not fixed. You can't be like, okay, keep it close and do something spectacular. Like, you can't do that. So
yeah, it's I don't know. I thought it was okay. It was an okay night overall. Basically, it was okay.
Yeah.
So can't really complain. I'm glad the Packers won.
Me too.
Since now we don't have to hear black and yellow on the radio all the time.
It's fantastic.
Thank God. So we'll go to a quick break. We'll come back and talk about all the other sports in 15 minutes. If you want to give us a text, you can do so, 570-212-9877. Feel free to voice your opinions, ask us questions, give us knowledge. Tell us we're still on the air when we don't know. 99.5 Days of Scram, John and Joe Sports Show. We'll be right back.
This is my friend Rob from Michigan.
What's up?
He's a teenager.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Woo! Hey, you want to slow down there?
No.
Really? Okay.
What are you doing?
We're shooting a viral video. Hold on, I want to see this. Hey, this is his last 5 minutes on Earth. Little something to Mom? Say something to Mom. How about, goodbye, Mom, sorry.
So, April.
Yeah?
You know your charger's still using energy when it's plugged into the wall, right?
Yeah, but that's not my charger. I don't even have a cell phone.
Millions of kids are using their energy wisely. What's your excuse?
Hey guys, this is my teenage friend Rachel. She's cool.
Hey. Hey, could you watch the road?
Hey, could you watch the road?
Okay. All right, well, if we die in a car crash, I want to donate my eyes to my neighbor Gary. He has a boat, and he sails all around the world. I would love to see that. I don't know if he actually needs eyes, but who would turn on a free pair of eyes, right? Who's that rich?
Oh, 先生你好，歡迎光臨，等等先。誒，唔該晒。
Brandon.
You believe this guy?
Are you trying to start a wildfire?
Sorry. Pastor Honey?
9 out of 10 wildfires are caused by humans.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
And we're back! John and Joe Sports Show, 99.5 WUSR Scranton, where the fun never stops. At least we don't think so. You listeners might think we're whacked out.
Probably. But they're
That's
listening.
because we are! If you want to text us, 570-212-9877. Keep it clean. So, there were other sports going on this week, shockingly enough.
Let's talk about them.
One of the big news stories, Andy Pettitte announced his retirement from the New York Yankees. At the age of 39, he basically came out and said that he doesn't have the fire anymore. He's still physically fit to do it. He just doesn't feel it anymore. Thoughts, Cheesehead?
Wants to be with his family.
That's the usual excuse.
Yeah.
Well, it's not an excuse. The usual.
Usual reason. Yeah. I'm not a Yankee. I'm not a Yankee fan like you. I root for the Yankees because it's in the family. After the Cardinals lose, whatever. But yeah, this is a big loss. I felt it was coming. I mean, obviously it was coming soon. But I mean, like, if you're talking about like my emotions, I wasn't like sad or anything. Like, oh, a great guy. I mean, like, it's just, just trying to look back on his career and everything. I just kind of looked at the great things that he has done. It doesn't really affect me that much. Looking at it from the Yankees' perspective, not good. Not good for the team at all. No. I have to say. Don't worry, they have Bartolo Colon.
And Freddie Garcia.
Oh.
And Mark Pryor.
And they wound the clocks back 8 years.
2005's best pitching staff. Boom!
There you go.
Yeah, it was sad. Pettitte was definitely by far like my favorite pitcher ever for the Yankees. Like, just the way he just went out and gave you his all every time. And he, postseason, next to none, the guy you would want on the mound every game. I was fortunate enough to see his last game pitched, actually.
There you go.
They lost, but I was there, which I didn't realize until my father told me. I was like, you're right, we were there.
Yeah. Yep.
So, definitely could have used them back because our pitching staff is in shambles. I shouldn't say our. Their pitching staff is in shambles. I don't play on the team, so I don't have any say in their pitching staff. No, I'm one of those people.
One of those people. All
but
right.
I could see his point. A lot of people are saying that maybe he's leaving it open, that he'll be coming back, like maybe halfway through the year, like at Clemens, because he was saying like, I don't know why I'm here, and I'm just surprised. I don't know. I doubt it. I really doubt he's going to come back. Even if he wanted to, I don't think he's that guy. That's going to put that burden on the team where they're expecting him to come back. But
he doesn't seem like that guy.
At the same token, if guys like Derek Jeter or Posada, them are texting him like, dude, come back, he might. But my father actually brought up a good point. He's going to testify against Clemens in the summer. One of the reasons he might be retiring is that he doesn't want to hang that over everybody's head during the year. Like, that's going to be a big thing, him having to testify, and it's going to take away from his game, baseball, focusing on something that happened in the past. Could have been a reason where he's just like, all right, I don't want to have to put everybody through that. Everybody's going to be getting questioned in the clubhouse. Did you see him do steroids? What do you think about him doing steroids? Blah. But 5 World Series rings, quite a resume, 19 postseason wins, 3.88 career ERA, 240 wins, not that spectacular, which begs the question, is Pettitte a Hall of Fame pitcher, Joseph?
I say yes.
The man says yes.
People are, I get a lot of people saying no.
I've heard
got a lot of
a
that.
lot from both sides.
Saying no.
Every Yankee fan you talk to probably says yes, but that's because they're Yankee fans.
I mean, I would say yes based on his ability to perform in the postseason. I mean, I think that puts him over the top. I mean, you have the issue of steroids. That's a problem. But I mean, I think that's an era thing, and he proved that he could still do it in the playoffs.
What I think he has going for him is the fact that he's one of the few that actually came out and said, yes, I did steroids, here's when I did them, here's why, and he moved on from it. And a lot of times some of the casual fans even forget that he was even on steroids.
Yeah, right, exactly.
It's hard to even remember it because he's just put it in the past.
Exactly.
I think definitely what he has going for him is just the way he carried himself in the postseason. But a lot of people are saying the argument, well, he's, they're calling him the best third starter to ever play baseball, which he never really had that stretch of 4 or 5 years where he was the number one pitcher.
Right, he was never the number one.
He never was up for a Cy Young. He never was the MVP guy. He just kind of, his best seasons were early on in his career. 21 wins, I think, in '96. That was probably his best year, and he was a little bit above average, I guess you would say, but nothing spectacular. It was just whenever the postseason came, you knew you were getting unbelievable games out of him. But then, people are going to argue, well, what about guys like Mike Mussina? Kind of similar resumes. Mussina doesn't have the postseason stuff. He has more wins. His ERA is better. Is he going to get in? Like, it's just gonna cause a lot of problems, especially with the steroids thing. Are you going to do it case by case, or are you just going to tell him no straight up? It's going to be interesting to see. I don't think he's going to be first ballot. I think he's going to get in when the veterans vote, by the popular vote. I think that'll put him in toward the end of once he's eligible, it's going to be like, he's going to be one of those late guys. When this steroid thing kind of gets in the back of everyone's mind, I think he'll get in then toward the end. But I think personally, even not being a Yankees fan, I still think he deserved the Hall of Fame just because he's earned respect. Even a lot of people that hate the Yankees are like, even though I hate the Yankees, it's still sad to see Petty retire.
Yeah.
Just because of what he did. So we'll see what happens. Moving on from baseball, nothing really else happened. We have the NBA.
The NBA.
Biggest thing now to mention quickly is Carmelo trade talks. We had Carmelo talking about him going to the Knicks, 3-way deal with somebody else. The Nets?
The Nets, maybe?
I don't remember. But there was a great thing on ESPN, and I can't recall any of the names. But basically, the Nuggets were going to make out like bandits, get a lot of young guys from the Knicks, and insert third team here, which was good for them. Today we find out from our boy Chris Broussard that the Lakers and Denver are in preliminary talks. There's talks of a straight-up deal, buying him for Melo, and maybe a couple other guys that the Lakers give. I don't know. I mean, Carmelo always said he wanted to play for LA, but it just didn't seem possible because the Nuggets have no interest in our test. Lakers probably won't give up Odom, so it was kind of like, well, what are they going to do? So he just figured it wouldn't happen and went to the Knicks and the Bulls. But he never turned it down outright, so I don't know if the Lakers are willing to give up that second piece plus Bynum, if they're even willing to give up Bynum at all. I mean, he's great, except he's hurt every year.
Yeah.
All the time. Like, is he ever going to get out of this slump and have great years, or is he just going to constantly be he's hurt, he's not at his best?
Yeah.
I mean, he's not really in that great shape. He's a big guy, but he's got terrible everything. Muscles,
yeah, exactly.
bones.
He really is a potential star. Like, he could be a dominant big man in this league. I mean, I believe that, but he's just injured all the time. Granted, he's still young. He's very young. He's like 23 or something like that. So, I mean, if the Nuggets get him, they would have to build around him. That to me, I think that's way too going out on a limb for the Nuggets personally.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That could work out. It may not. The problem for the Lakers with that is their only big man would be Pau Gasol.
Again.
And don't forget Theo Ratliff and Joe Smith off the bench. And they were good in 2002.
Yes.
Or 2000, something like that. I think actually Joe Smith was never good. Theo Ratliff was. But anyway, I really can't believe that trade's even on the, table.
I was shocked.
Yeah, I can't believe they're even entertaining that offer. And Chris Broussard even actually said that the Lakers deal would be better for the Nuggets because, I mean, you'd be getting a bunch of young guys with the Knicks, but you'd just be getting there's no potential. They're just young. With Andrew Bynum, you have all the potential in the world, and you could build around him if he doesn't get injured, if he ever figures out his injury problem.
Yeah,
so
that's the biggest question mark is whether he could do it.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't know. As Lakers fans, we have no idea.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, there's been shows of greatness, but whenever you talk to people, it's like, yeah, I remember watching him play in high school. He was awesome. But you haven't really saw that in the NBA. He's a huge guy. He's a great presence on the boards, but he's just kind of a slow motion type player who's just really tall and can dunk. If he gets healthy, he could turn into something, but he's like a lesser Greg Oden.
That's true. I could agree with that. And if he was healthy, I think he would have progressed definitely into one of the top centers in the league. But I just don't know. No, I don't know how that would work out for the Nuggets. I think I would like this trade though for the Lakers. They could get rid of Bynum. Yeah, I mean, if the Lakers, you might just want to give up on Bynum now.
Yeah, I know. I don't know when. Like, eventually they're going to have to pull the plug, it seems, and I hope they don't wait too long. So when they do, people are going to be like, he gets hurt all the time.
Exactly.
Why do we want him? This might be the perfect opportunity to sneak him out because they'll think, oh, he still has it, and he really doesn't. He's done.
Exactly. And it would be so interesting to see Kobe and Melo on the same team with Gasol. They'd have our own. The Lakers have their own big three.
Yes.
I mean,
granted, it'll take them some time to get chemistry down, for them to realize, who's gonna take the last shot and stuff like that. But once they get going, it could be impressive.
Absolutely. And it's Kobe.
Yes.
If it happens. If there is a question about that, if there's an argument between them or something, it should be Kobe. It will always be Kobe until he retires.
Well, did you see on ESPN that he passed Jordan in the most in career games played?
Yeah.
Because they were like, oh, Kobe breaks a record with Michael Jordan, and I thought it was something important.
Of course,
he just played more games than Jordan. That doesn't mean anything. Jordan's resume still outweighs Kobe's in like every way. He has more championships, more MVPs. It just means that Jordan did it in less games. He's got 4,000 more points. Like that's not a good stat to put up. Why would you? Who cares if he played more games?
Yeah, and they're trying to make you think that Kobe will be done soon because Jordan played his entire career. That like his career is over now.
But we forget Jordan just felt like retiring many times. Anyway, the end of the show. Final thoughts. What do you got? What's on your mind? What are we going to leave with?
What are we going to leave with? Well, the Packers are Super Bowl champions. And they're going to be back next year. Try to win another one.
Good.
See, I would go on with the NBA, but like, I kind of thought we said everything there.
I like that. That was good. The NBA, LeBron's the head of the MVP race.
Clearly.
That's crap.
And the Heat won the championship.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. But, yeah, that's all we got.
That's all we've got.
Next week, we'll be back, same time, same place, same frequency. Hopefully, we'll probably be back on the Channel 9 in the dormitories of the University of Scranton.
Mm-hmm.
And if we put in a good enough word, we might actually get on actual TV on Channel 19 or 21 for the Comcast owners. So we'll try and do that for you so you can see our beautiful faces. If not, just bear with us again next week and tune in 99.5 to hear us. And keep tuned here in the next 2 minutes when I do my alternative show. Self-plug. Playing local bands, representing Scranton. Anyway, we'll be back next week, same time, same place, same frequency. Thanks for listening and putting up with our shenanigans. And hopefully we'll see you next week. It's John and Joe Sports Show, where the fun never ends.